This isn't just a hospital, because it's much more than just wards, halls, mocks, scrubs and busy people. It's brilliant machines, reaching beyond these walls, connecting doctors to hardware, to software, anywhere, delivering better patient care wherever those patients are. Because a hospital isn't just in a hospital, it's everywhere.
Hi, welcome to today's edition of Meet the Boss. My name is Emmanuel Quist. Today we are telling the interesting story of an interesting startup in Ghana called Mikasa. Mikasa is a major player in Ghana's real estate industry. They're using some innovative solutions to solve some of Ghana's deep-seated real estate problems. So today, the co-founder and CEO, Kelvin Nyame, will tell us all about Mikasa, how it started and how it solves your real estate problems. So Kelvin, tell us about Mikasa.
Yeah, so Mikasa is an online platform that helps anyone at all looking for houses, either commercial or residential, to find them easily on our site. So Mikasa.com is where it helps you go to find these properties. And if you're a property owner, maybe a landlord, or a developer, or maybe a real estate agent, if you do this as a business and you're looking for clients, we work with you to connect with these clients. So that's what we do.
Okay, that's interesting. You know, most entrepreneurs say that problems are their biggest motivation. So they're motivated to fix those problems, and through that they have a business. So what's the key challenge or what's the key problem you seek to solve?
So, I mean, there are a lot of issues in this space, right? Online is just playing part of the solution to part of the problem.
Okay.
So, I mean, the business is I have a budget. I want to rent a house. How do I find a lot of options? How do I find information about this property that I want to rent? Usually a lot of people are busy. If you take those who rent more, the business class. Either the expatriates who come here for business purposes or for pleasure purposes. People don't have time to waste, on finding accommodation to rent because they have the budget. So they need a service, and usually internet is now penetrated really high, especially on mobile. And so we thought that, okay, why don't we create a platform where these agents who have a lot of properties have pictures and description about this property, help them upload these listings on our site and then use internet to connect them to these seekers.
Okay. And for how long have you been running Mikasa?
So originally registered in August 2013.
Okay.
So this year,
it's about 3 years.
3 years.
Wow. How's the development been? We'll come to one of the key developments as far as we are concerned. People who follow Mikasa and write about Mikasa, that was the venture capital funding that you got. I won't reveal that now, but we'll go to that. But apart from that, how would you say Mikasa has evolved and developed over 3 years?
We started from MEST. So MEST ideally is to train young graduates.
Yes, MEST is the Meltwater
School of Technology.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I got admitted to MEST, and again, the whole plan was to learn, understand the software space. And MEST designed 2-year program. First year is to learn the hardcore, programming, to building web apps, mobile apps, and part of the first year also is to learn how to understand those businesses that you build as a software. And then the second year is to work a lot more projects, capsule projects they call it then. Okay. And so we worked on several projects and we came up with this project Mikasa issue, the real estate problem, and we formed a team. So my co-founders and Kofi and Rashad,
you are co-founders now?
I have co-founders.
Okay.
We have very good, hardworking co-founders.
And you guys met in Meltwater?
Yeah, we met. We worked on other projects in the school before we settled on this one. And so we asked for, ideally how MEST operates is you work on an idea, you have a viable product and you pitch to the owner of MEST, which is young. And so we asked for 90,000 then, and the plan was to use this to grow the company in the terms of development, the products, marketing and sales.
Yeah, $90,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So at that time, if you spread out across 24 months, bandwidth was really low. So, and we weren't at a stage where we could generate revenue internally because we couldn't hire more people. It was just the three of us, and once in a while we have interns 2, 3 interns, depending on the holidays, the long vacs. Sometimes we had one permanent employee as well.
Okay.
So on a normal period, we were just 4 because we couldn't afford to spend more money, and all of that. So we're growing steadily. And then we realized that, okay, we're at a stage where funding is almost running out. The wisest thing to do was to, sell shares and raise more funds to grow the business.
So that was the $350,000, is it dollars?
It was $500,000.
Oh, $500,000, my bad. Yes, that was a lot of money. But before you went for that venture capital funding, you had gotten some core customers, you were delivering value for customers and all, but you weren't making money at that particular point.
Yeah. And then online business is tricky for us, especially for marketplaces like Mikasa. At that time, there was Google Trader who had a lot of competition, even though we were not a vertical direct competition. There are sections where people could easily upload pictures of properties and they get connected to clients. And so what we had, because we didn't have a lot of money, Tonaton also came in, at the same time. Lamudi was also coming in. All these people are foreign businesses with huge budgets. So we were competing on both sides, as content side, traffic side. And so how many market share can you get in terms of agents who are in the space? How many market share can you get in terms of traffic? And so we use very strategic means to acquire these 2 different markets. One was to build very good relationship with real estate agents, because we were at a stage where we were building the technology internally. Sometimes it will crash. startups go through all of these challenges. But then you don't want agents going to the site and they crashed when they're trying to upload, and then maybe stop using your product. But because they have that close relationship with you, when you call them, they'll be able to pick up the phone and you still keep those clients. So I would say leveraging on very good relationship with them, was key. And how did we do this? We became real estate agents ourselves. That's the only way we could get close to these guys. And so we're doing that at the same time, trying to do some slightly paid traffic, but we used very organic means as well. We partnered with different media sites where we power real estate on their website. So they had the content on their site and they could set ads on the side, but we were getting free traffic to our site. So we did all of that, and we're improving on the product as well. And before we met Frontier.
Okay. So I've seen the Mikasa newsletter. I've also realized that you guys are churning out a lot of content. What's the strategy around that?
We are not just there to help you rent or buy a house and leave you to your fate. We understand that there are other ancillary services, maybe related to furnishing, gardening, and all of how to use your space. So we try to create more content. We try to provide you with very relevant content that will help you while you rent or after you rent your house. And as well, sometimes if you rent an apartment, you have neighbors to deal with. So we try to give you tips on how to live with a neighbor, and how to, maybe if you're a smoker, where to stand to smoke so we don't disturb. And if you like loud music. So there are various content that we try to generate to target people specifically who need this content.
Okay, and there's a guide out as well.
Yeah, sorry, I nearly forgot. And this guide is a housing guide that we came up with mainly for stakeholders, like people who are renting for the first time, people who are thinking about, I want to buy a house. How do I start? What are the laws? What do I have to do? And how do I own that? Maybe it's a land. We don't do land currently, but we have very valuable resource information about lands as well, and the government as well. How do the government come in? Because I know government want to make a lot of money. They want to generate money internally, revenue. So how do they, come into this picture? And so this resource material, this notebook is for everybody who intends renting, who has a stake in this market.
If you had the chance to talk to local entrepreneurs as to how to start positioning themselves. They may not be there yet, but there are some things that they could be doing now in terms of the way they structure their business, the way they run it, that will make it easier for them when they get to the point where they need venture capital. Can you share a few tips?
I think they're already very interesting and very great ideas around before we came, but if I have to say or add my voice to it, I'll probably tell them to pick or be a little smarter when they're choosing the industry that they want to do their business. But then take a look at where the investors are putting their money. You need to take a look at variables that may influence high or increased shares of your business in the next year or two. Look at the markets that the business is operating in. You know, how do I, is it big enough? You know, can I expand quickly? Is it easy? Do I spend less money to grow? And then all of that.
So those are the things.
Second thing is, study the market very well, understand the market, get closer to the problem. That's by getting close to the customers. Try to, you know, get the real problem from them and not rely on them telling you what the problem is. And then the rest is, read online and learn from other markets.
True. All right then. At this point, thank you so much, Kelvin. Thank you for your time thank you for being on Meet the Boss. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kelvin Nyame, co-founder and CEO of Mikasa.com, which is the easiest way to rent, buy, and sell property in Ghana. He's told the story of how Mikasa started, also told us the story of how they raised $500,000 in venture capital funding, and was benevolent enough to actually share some tips with business owners and startups in Ghana as to how they can do same. For Meet the Boss, my name is Emmanuel Quest. Keep the solution that Mikasa is providing in the real estate industry in mind when you start your own business. Innovation is the key, people.
Meet the Boss is brought to you by General Electric.